Hello everyone, welcome back my dear students of class 5th in your St. Mary's YouTube video channel in our computer class. So today we will do the revision of lesson number 1, that is evolution of computers. So here in this chapter, this is very simple chapter as you know very well, and in this chapter only 4 main topics are there, that is the early computers, classification of computers, characteristics as well as the limitations of a computer. Understood? So you may open your book. So early computers. So we know very well what is the need of computer and how the computers were generated. So the computer is a fast calculating machine and performing different operations. As human being is creative, but he does not he cannot do the accurate calculations in a less time. To overcome with this problem, he created the computer. So early in the early time, what are the devices? Here are given some early computing devices. First of all, abacus. We all are aware with the abacus, and here we can see the pictures also. This one Chinese abacus and this is the Japanese abacus. So abacus was invented in China more than 5000 years ago. Okay, and what is the use of it? It is used to perform the simple calculations, that is addition and subtraction. Abacus was also used in Russia and Japan. Understood? So this was invented in the China. Then second one is Napier bone. You can see in the picture here. Okay. So this is the picture, and in this Napier bone was a calculating device. It was invented by Sir John Napier in 1616. You have to learn the dates also. In the videos I have explained earlier also. Okay, so dates are very necessary. So it is made up of a set of rectangular rods for doing addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. So abacus was used only for the addition and the subtraction, whereas Napier's bone includes multiplication and division also. Okay. Then Pascaline, as you see in the picture, that the first calculator was invented by a French mathematician. The name was Blaise Pascal. He used a rectangular box with 8 movable wheels. Okay. Then Jacquard's card. There is a question also about Jacquard's card, that Joseph Maria Jacquard developed an automatic weaving system when in 1801. For what purpose? For what purpose it was used? For weaving patterns into fabrics using cards with punched holes. This was the beginning of the concept of punched cards. This I explained you very well, and this is your answer also. Very important thing. What is the use of Jacquard's card? It is used to weave the patterns into fabric with the help of cards with punched holes. Okay. Then the fifth one is our difference engine. Here we can see, and it was invented by the Charles Babbage. Okay, but it was not accurate. So to calculate mathematical tables, Charles Babbage invented difference engine in the 19th century. Understood? But it was not so much successful. Then analytical engine, that is Charles Babbage also invented the analytical engine. It was driven by steam power. It had almost all parts of a modern computer, and Charles Babbage is considered as the father of computer. This we know very well. Okay, very common question. So here the pictures are also given of the difference engine, analytical engine, and here is the Charles Babbage. Then Censius machine, a mathematician, Dr. Herman, built a device later known as the Censius tabulating machine. And what is the use of it? It is used to make the tabulation or tabulate Censius data in 1980. Okay. Then classification of computers, mainly there are five generation of computer: first, second, third, fourth, and fifth. And at the present, which generation we are using? We are using fifth generation. Okay, so let's see the first generation computer, and the year is 1947 to 56. Okay, you have to learn the years also. So in the early years of 20th century, the first electronic computer was developed. It was named Mark I. Its length was about 15 meter. Okay, then here full form is also given. You have to learn this also in your notebook. It is mentioned: electronic numerical integrator and computer. Okay, was the most popular computer of this generation, and its weight was approximately 27 tons. Okay, all these are the important things you can underline if you have missed those classes. So this is your golden opportunity to do the revision. Okay, so what are the characteristics of this computer? Its length was 15 meter. Okay, and it was so heavy. Its weight was approximately 27 tons, and at that time it was very popular. Okay, now second generation computer, and the year was 1956 to 64. Then it contained all the essential parts of a modern computer. Okay, in the second generation computer, and the languages are also used were also used, that is COBOL and the Fortran, and the full forms are also given. Okay, formula translation, and see, considered all the essential parts of the modern computer, and they were smaller in size as compared to the first generation computer, but still they are large. Okay, then if you will see the third generation computer from 1964 to 71, new devices like scanner, magnetic ink, character reader, okay, then came into use during this period, and memories had large capacities to store data and information. Operating system was also used in the computer. In the third generation computer, it was better than second one. Okay, as we go to the next generation, it was better. Okay, so all the new devices were used, and the modern parts of the modern computer was included in the third generation computer. Okay, so these are the characteristics. Whereas if we will see in the fourth generation computer, that lasts from 1971 to 82. Okay, as you can see, then these computers have extremely large memories. They have improved storage devices. Computers can be linked together so that they can share the information. Now in this period, more and more information needs to be shared with each other. So with the help of this fourth generation computer, we can share the information. So that is the main achievement as well as the main characteristics of the fourth generation computer. Okay, and the memory was large, and the size was small then as comparative to first, second as well as the third generation computer. Understood? Now the fifth generation computer, now we are using the fifth generation computer. So what are its characteristics? Computer of this period have an extremely large storage capacities, as we know very well, and they are able to make accurate decisions. In true sense, this generation is an age of supercomputer. Okay, if the question may come like that, actually which generation is considered as the supercomputer's generation is, so you will answer as fifth generation computer. And one more thing, that Param and Anurag are the names of the supercomputers which were made in India. Okay, important thing. All these simple points you have to consider. Okay, you have to learn. These are important. Then our next topic is the characteristics of a computer. Okay, our computer is a electronic machine that is very useful nowadays. Okay, all our online work is going through the same things. Okay, so we can easily consider or mention the characteristics of a computer. So what are the characteristics? So first of all, its speed. In general, no human being can compete to the performance of a computer, as we know very well, as the computer is faster. Okay, so the speed is very high. Then accuracy, since computer is performed by us, whatever input we give it, it processed accordingly and result obtained accurately. We know very well, okay? Then storage device, the computer can store a very large amount of data in appropriate format, as we are entering the marks of students. Okay, if you are entering any data, you are preparing the presentation, okay, you are making the report, annual report, monthly report. So we it is very difficult for the human brain to remember all these things, but computer memory can store all these data. So the storage power is very high. Then power of remembering. Yes, it can remember and retrieve data for us. Understood? Then it is logical. Whatever input we are giving, according to that, its output will be. Automation. It is automatic. All just depend on our instructions. Okay, so all these are the characteristics of the computer. You can do from yourself also. You can mention the characteristics from yourself also. Very nicely I explained in the video. Okay, so characteristics of a computer, I think it is clear for you. Now the last topic of this chapter is limitations of a computer. What are the limitations? Although computer is having uh, mm, many advantages and characteristics, but then also there are some limitations, as it works on the human input. Understood? On the human advice. Then, although computer is far better in performance than a human being, it fails in certain ways. What are those ways? That we will see here. Computers cannot think. Yes, beta. Computer cannot think by its own, and they can't do any job unless they are first programmed by with specific instructions for the same. Okay, and they work as per stored instructions. So the first limitation is that computers cannot think. Okay, then secondly, what we should say, that computer cannot decide, as they can't think by their own. Then how they can decide by their own? All they just depend on our input, okay, our command. So with this point is also clear, depends on users input. Then computers cannot express their ideas. In any type of research, ideas plays a vital role. In this context, computer cannot express their ideas. Computers have no imagination, very simple, cannot detect error in logic. Okay, though computers are helpful in storage of data and can even contain the contents, but yet only humans can decide and implement the policies. Then only expert users can work on it. Okay, so this we know very well. That's why we are studying here computer, because if we don't know anything about computer, then how we will use it? That will be simply machine for us. Okay, and computers have no feelings. Computer does not have emotions, knowledge, experience. Then there will be no feeling. Okay, and computer can't take its own decisions. That we have already studied about that. Understood? So these are some of the limitations of the computer. Then we are having the quick recap. Some of the early computing devices are given here: abacus, Napier's bone, Pascaline, Jacquard's car, difference engine, analytical engine, and the classification of computer along with their dates are given here. Once you remembered in the revision test I have given you, yes. So learn them. And here words to remember: abacus, supercomputer. Okay, it is given, you have to revise them. And the question answers are also very simple. Let me tell you what is abacus. You know very well. Then who invented Napier's bone? What is the function of Jacquard's card? Just now I told you Jacquard's card is used to first machine to weave the patterns into fabrics with the help of punched holes. Then characteristics just now we have studied, and the limitations also. Okay, and the exercise is also very simple in this. Okay, so what you have to do from the homework, dear children? From homework you have to revise the lesson number 1 and write in your revision copy. One revision copy we have prepared. In that copy you have to do all these questions, and in the between of the chapter also I told you some questions. Now underline, if you haven't seen them, so you can repeat the video. Okay, so all the best for the exam. Prepare well.